Alright guys, welcome back to the Quaking Punch. Today and for the rest of the week we'll have a pretty interesting deck here for you. Kind of like a throwback to like the Fairy Toolbox decks you saw last year. You didn't really see them too much this year, but now that we got this new Mew here from Fates Collide, you're going to start seeing a lot of interesting ways to use him. So that's what we have going on here in this deck. I guess you could call it a Mew Toolbox deck, but it's a lot more than that. So Mew is your main attacker in this deck. What makes Mew so good is ability Memories of Dawn. It can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. You still need the necessary energy to use this attack. So there's a couple attacks we're going to be copying. Okay, so the first here is Jolteon EX. Flash Ray for 70 damage for electric and 2 colorless. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your basic Pokemon. That's for 70. And then we have Glaceon, which is Crystal Ray. It's pretty much the opposite of that. Instead of basic, it's evolution Pokemon, which is cool about that is they don't have to be evolved. They just have to be a evolution Pokemon. So what that means is, like, if it's something that's, like, maxied out into play, like, I don't know, a Primal Groudon or something that's archied into play, like, I don't know, like one of those Empoleons or something like that. You can, or Gallade even, that can be maxied out. You block damage from that, because even though they're unevolved, they are still evolution Pokemon. So what's really cool with this deck is you can use Mew to kind of say, okay, well, I'm going to block damage from basics if you're playing something that plays all basics, or I'm going to block damage from evolved Pokemon. Or if you're playing like an EX heavy deck that has a mixture of Megas and Ho-Ohs, you have like, or Megas and Basics, like a Manectric Ho-Oh deck is what I was going to say. I got a little messed up there. You have Regice here for Resistance Blizzard, and you just block out damage from all EX. So it's kind of like a lock deck, and what lock deck wouldn't be complete without a Seismitoad EX? Seismitoad EX, of course, we all know the card, Quaking Punch. Gotta have it. Come on, you knew it. You knew it was coming. You could block out item cards. You can Grenade Hammer with the deck. And then also you have your Stardust Jirachi, really just kind of like bees, things like that. You can really just start wearing down their special energies. Now, what makes this deck really good is Dimension Valley. It makes the deck insanely good because you can use any attack in this deck. Flash Ray, Crystal Ray, Quaking Punch for 1. You can use Resistance Blizzard for just 1 electric, 1 water. You get 1 of each on those, and you are not limited to any attack whatsoever. It's pretty awesome, and you can even get that on turn 1 with Max Elixir. So, just to go over our item line, 1 Escape Rope for switching, because it's really imperative you get Mew in the active spot, and I don't want to have to, like... I mean, Jolteon's got a free retreat, so that's nice. Glaceon's got a 2 retreat cost. That is kind of bad. So if you get stuck into a situation where you have to start off with either Regice Toad or Glaceon or even a Shaman or Jirachi, you can hopefully get that Escape Rope to get out of that position and get Mew in the active. That's why we run 1 of the card in there. For Max Elixir, we talked about why that card is so good in this deck. To really accelerate the energy to where if you go turn 2, you can start blocking out damage right away. 1 Super Rod, because we only run 2 of these cards, because honestly, Jolteon's pretty expensive, so I couldn't really justify playing a 3rd one. I think you'll get by just fine with 2, but because we play such low counts of all the things that are important, and Super Rod's nice to get that back, plus energy too, if you have to like discard it or anything for Ultra Ball, playing a Super Rod's nice for that. Trainer's Mail. Of course, we're not going to talk about why we play 4 Trainer's Mail, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker. By now, I would hope those counts are standard, so I'm not going to like waste your time in talking about why we're playing those counts. That's just a standard count. Like, I mean, we're just going to max those out in this deck. I mean, if you want to play less, that's fine, but what they do for the deck, it's pretty self-explanatory. Same with AZ, Lysander. Now, our King is back in standard now. You have N again. It is really the best supporter ever. If you want to run 4N, I'm not going to be mad at you, and you want to cut your Sycamore down, that's okay. I play a little more aggressive, so we're going to play 2N in this deck. Basically, you and your opponent shuffle draw, and you draw a card for each of your prize card that's left. Really comes in clutch in situations where your opponent takes a big prize lead, and you're about to take a knockout. You can take a knockout, put their hand down to a minimum size, and then really limits their options. So it's really nice to annoy those decks that always seem to have the cards they need, like Night March or something. For Sycamore, again, I'm not really get too into that. For Dimension Valley, I feel like it's necessary for this deck because it's very important to being able to attack. 3 Fighting Fury Belt, 2 Floatstone, again, for the switching. And I ran a 6/6 count on energy. Honestly, you could tinker around with it a little bit. I mean, this deck is very preliminary. I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. You can put in level balls. You can pretty much put anything in. You can cut the Toad, put something else in. I don't know. But there's just a lot about this deck that I really, really like. I like the versatility it has and being able to annoy your opponent. That's really what I like about it. But right now, this is a very basic build. If you know of any better builds, definitely leave them in the comments. We'll talk about better builds, and maybe we could come to something better. But right now, this is the basic build of the deck, and I'm sure it could be optimized through the roof. This is just something I kind of threw together after talking to some buddies, and we just kind of came up with this concept. I'm not going to claim we came up with this concept. I'm sure it's been floating around there, but through talking about the deck, this is kind of the build we came up with, and it's very, very basic. But let's jump on. Let's see how it can perform. Okay, let's find it here. I got too many decks here. I need to start deleting some of these. All right, straight Mew locking, homies. Okay. Katie Toaster is playing some weird psychic fighting steel colorless deck, which good. I mean, I'd like to see what this deck can do. Now, this deck it's you get in a position, it's like, do I go first or second? Because this deck, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter if it goes first or second, because it can't attack turn 1 either way. It's kind of like Night March in that it doesn't really care which order it attacks in, but still going first gives you the best advantage. That is a historically bad hand. 3 Seekers, a Male, a Max Elixir, a Valley, and a Lightning Energy, or Electric Energy, whatever this game wants to call it. Oh man, someone's mad. You guys know the drill. Sometimes you're going to get an angry baby. It is what it is. Okay, so, and also, too, another thing you can add in this deck is Hoopa. I didn't even think of the Hoopas. Okay, we're playing a mill deck, which is going to be annoying, so I'm going to try to get Seismitoad out turn 1, because, are we playing a mill deck? Let's see what he does. I mean, the unknowns don't really scream mill deck at me, you know what I mean? It's something where, maybe it's Bumblebee's there just to refresh. Sorry, I had to get a drink. A little bit of tea there. Tea time! Okay, we got Ultra Ball coming out. What's it going to grab? So we see here... Oh, geez. Oh, geez, Louise. So this is that new Railu, Lucario, Fight Alone deck. So right off the bat, I could probably tell that a Crystal Ray is probably going to be my best friend here. So let's see what I can get off the top deck. Because if I can just start Crystal Raying right off the bat... and Crystal Ray will block the damage from the evolved Pokemon. He can't fight alone against me, so that's going to be... He can Lysander still and then hit the fight alone, but I'm going to try and limit my bench size here. And this Lucario is pretty cool. Let me see if I can find one. He doesn't have one in his discard. Here it is. So, give it back to me. We'll see it when it comes up. It's a really cool card. I mean, I'm kind of tinkering around with it myself, cool decks that we can make out of it. And, right now, just seeing how my opponent's doing it, the Unknown is a great way to do it, because it immediately kills your bench off, and that is pretty big in determining, Oh, geez, what am I going to do? Okay, so, first thing I have to do here is I have to ditch the Lysander and the Super Rod. Okay, we're going to get a Shaman because I have to do a couple things here. We're going to get the Fighting Fury Belt on. We're going to drop the Shaman. We're going to drop it. Okay, so we're going to put a Floatstone on the Shaman. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to use a Max Elixir on it should I hit one. We're going to Escape Rope to get the Shaman active, which will still allow us to retreat and play Max Elixir. So you can see right here where Escape Rope is coming in clutch. We're gonna Sycamore this hand away because I want to be able to do something here. Jolteon's nice. Well, here's a Max Elixir, and we found the Electric Energy. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Jolteon and the Seismitoad. Just to give myself a turn, I'm going to Quaking Punch here. Well, that didn't really help. Well, there's really not much I could have done anyways, to be honest with you guys, so... at least turning off items could be the best bet, because blocking damage from basics isn't going to help, because he's about to Mega Evolve. So, or he's not Mega Evolve, but Evolve. Okay, so here we go. Check this out. It's got Vacuum Wave, not affected by weakness or resistance, which we have the Fighting Fury Belt, so we're good there. And then it's got Fight Alone. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have in play. So let's say I have 5, you have none. You have 5 minus 6, that's 300 damage right there. You know, it's like, it's insane. Now, I have to find the Glaceon here, which we will be able to find just from this Ultra Ball that we have. So we're going to get rid of, I would say, a Dimension Valley for now. And just the Water Energy. Kind of have to be careful, though. We'll get the Glaceon out. We'll drop the Glaceon down. I'm going to hang on to everything I have in my hand. I don't want to lose this energy, and I don't really know where to put it, because if I lose Dimension Valley, I'm going to want to put it on the Mew. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to Crystal Ray, which, with so many attack options, you kind of have to poke around to see what you can do. So Crystal Ray, now we block all damage from opponent's evolution Pokemon, which is huge because he has nothing on the field that can damage us right now. He's got that Bunnelby that's kind of annoying if he can retreat to it and start milling, but then, you know, I'll take a one-hit knockout on it. Of course. And this deck, I mean, I don't know if it's good, but it's a lot of fun to play. I'll tell you, it is just really, really fun. And you can expect a lot more Fates Collides content on the channel within the next few weeks. I got a couple more Fates decks I'm working on, so you'll see nothing but new Fates Collides decks from here on out. And it's probably going to be the most competitive I can find of these Fates Collide cards, because I don't really want to get into the casual decking. I'm only going to showcase a deck if I feel like it could be a good deck. So let's see what this can do. It can do 20 damage, which is annoying. But I'm still going to Flash Ray because I don't want to get into not Flash Ray, I'm sorry, Crystal Ray, because I don't want to get into a situation where it's mind games and I'm like, well, he's got a basic out, let's block basics, and then he evolves. So, I mean, I'd rather take the hit for 20 than anything else. Excuse me. Sorry, guys, we got a baby going absolutely nuts right now. So there's the Lysander, so that hurts. He's going right after my Glaceon, which is... it's not good, but hopefully I can find a Float Stone. That would be great if I can find it. Oh, geez, I don't know what I want to do with any of this. Okay, hold on. I'm going to attach the Fighting Fury Belt to this, just in case I can't, like, get active. I want that extra HP to kind of help. I'm just going to attach it to this Mew, just in case I lose Dimension Valley. I'm not going to use the Max Elixir. I kind of want to hang on to that. Well, here's a Trainer's Mail. We find a Max Elixir, so that's not going to help us. I mean, it'll help us with pairing up the next Mew. Alright, so we're having, as you can see, the internet issues. I don't know if it's on my end or his end. It's definitely not on my end. I just checked our internet strength. Our internet strength is good. So I don't know what's going on here. But time has stopped on my end. It's ticking on my opponent's end, so that means he isn't responding to me showing him the card, which makes sense. Okay. Did we lose our AZ already, or is that... Not in the deck yet. Not out of the deck yet. No, it is not out of the deck yet. How much energy have we used so far? I have 12. I have 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 energy left. Should be enough to get done what we need to get done. What is going on here? Did it... is the game frozen? Yeah, the game is definitely frozen. So... what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What do we do, guys? You know, this is a little frustrating because, and this is problems that are just inherent with the Trading Card Online app. You know, I think we're just going to have to scoop this one and try to move on to the next one. And we're going to have to straight up just close out of our program here and then just reopen it. Well, I mean, at least you saw what the deck can do there. And, you know, our opponent was definitely frustrated enough to just burn a turn to Lysander, the Glaceon up, and then just wait. Those decks, though, they do give this deck a little bit of trouble. Those decks that can attack in both forms and, you know, non-EX, basic, and evolved. So, I mean, if this deck becomes popular, you just see a rise in that deck type. Or you'll find players who are creative enough to find a way around that. I don't know what that is yet, but I don't even know if there is one. That just might be the counter to the deck, you know? Alright, let's see here. Sorry about that, guys. But we'll hop back on. We got one more match in. We're only about 16 minutes into the video, so should be enough time to get another match in. We'll see. We'll see. Meet Merc. What is going on here? Alright, cool. I know you guys just like looking at my handsome face. It's cool. You don't have to say anything. I get it. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Okay, where is their Mulak? Where is this deck, dude? Did it, just throw my deck away or something? That is strange. Hold on. Okay. Okay. That's one of the strangest glitches I've ever seen, where it's just not showing your deck, and then you have to go in and then just resave it. Weird. Weird, weird. Yeah, we call it Mulak. That's what I call the deck. Mulak. It is the coolest. Okay, so we got straight fighting deck. So this might be pretty cool. Especially if we see, you know, Lucario. Because maybe we could just straight up block it out with Flash Ray. Or you can use Resistance Blizzard. Yeah, we're going to go first. Because I want to be able to get my field set up real quick. That would have been a bad hand. By the way, I love that N's back in the format. In case you guys can't tell by my videos, it's like N is our king. 4N for life. Especially that swanky new Fates Collides art. It's great. Okay, so far we have the Seismitoad, which in and of itself isn't great. It's not terrible, it's just not great. Oh, we got the Regirock Zygarde deck, so that is gonna be so dope. Do we have a VS Seeker already? Yes, we will not take the other VS Seeker. I might take the Super Rod, because I might need to Ultra Ball away that water energy, and I want to get it back. There it is, Ultra Ball. All right, so let's get a Mew. going here. I kind of want to get that going. Seeing as I'm going to throw this hand away, might as well get that water energy back. I'm going to be in, like, no hurry to, like, do anything, like, special right now because this deck's going to take a while to get going. If he wants to, like, try to... I may as well... No, I'm not going to attach the Fighting Fury Bolt because I'm going to need to switch, and I'm going to try and draw Floatstone to do that. Okay, so we got the Flash Ray, we got the Resistance Blizzard, which will be good for blocking the damage to the EXs. We have our Escape Rope, and... Alright, yeah, he's just going to quit. He knew what was coming. There's no way that he could have fought back against it. Sweet, 100 coins. Nice. Alright, let's do one more. Because you guys haven't really gotten to see this deck yet today. You'll see it throughout the course of this week. I know the week's young. It's not that old. It's Thursday right now, and, who knows when you'll get to see this deck. I don't know, but... By the way, I opened up a Fates Collide booster box. I'll probably have that video up on Saturday because I still have to edit it down a little bit, and I just recorded a Twitch stream basically, so it's not like the best of qualities. So we'll see. Which also I'd like to let you guys know I am doing Twitch streams now. Yes, hype it up. I'm doing Twitch streams now. Every Monday night at 8, I'll be streaming for a couple hours right on Twitch. It's twitch.tv// The Quaking Punch. I'll just be playing TCGO, trying out some crazy decks. Like on Monday, just to name a few decks, I did play Regirock Zygarde. I played a Turbo Darkrai deck. I played Superior. I play a lot of crazy decks on Monday, and I just keep switching them out. So you definitely want to check that out. Speaking of dank decks, here it is, the deck of them all. So, basically the only thing they have that can do damage is their Superior, so we can just start Flash Raying and, kind of blocking them out. Because they can paralyze us, that does give us a problem. Because if they can paralyze us, then we can't use our attack, which is problematic. So this is kind of an interesting matchup. Now, the Snivy deck isn't a deck that I see like making any waves or doing any serious damage. It's a fun deck. You can play at locals, but it's just, for me, you have to have the perfect storm. You need the flips, and you have to manage them well. Like, you can't just, you maybe play down a Snivy and then try to pick it up that turn and hold it in your hand until the next turn, as opposed to, and then risk losing your forest to giant plants and then not being able to re-evolve all the way back up to Superior if you need it. But, those are the kinds of plays you have to make with the deck in order for it to work. Now, it does trade well on prizes, and that's something that is good for the deck. But hopefully, I could just Crystal Ray it and then not take away any of the damage, because even if he's going to paralyze me on our first turn, I still get unparalyzed, and then I can hit it again. So that would be nice. Very nice. But in order to do that, I got to get that Regirock out of the active slot. So that's going to be a pretty difficult task to achieve. I need to get an Ultra Ball either off a top deck or off of that Trainer's Mail. That would be nice. Yeah, Spinarak is something too that could be kind of annoying because it can get that chip poison damage in. There's our king. Okay, cool. So we got the Floatstone. That's nice. So that helps. That's part one. Part two is the Ultra Ball, which we didn't get. We got the Max Elixir. I don't think I'm going to play any of that, take any of this, because there's really nothing I could do with it once I have it. So we're just going to fail the search. Let's play the Shaman. Maybe we can get the Ultra Ball we need off the Shaman. We don't, so we have to end. I would have liked to have gotten the Ultra Ball right off of that. I do have a chance here with 2 Trainer's Mail to hit the Ultra Ball, so let's see what we can get. I'm not going to take another Sycamore. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll take another one. Why not? Because, I mean, it could be Ultra Ball fodder if I get the Ultra Ball here. Come on, we need this Ultra Ball. N. I mean, we're just going to pass. I mean, that's a pretty unfortunate turn. We hit 3 Trainers Mail, or we hit all 4 of them. 3 Trainers Mail, no Ultra Ball, plus we end. Ooh. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't really know if I would play Sceptile in this deck, to be honest with you guys, because, like, for me, like, what makes this deck really good is it can take out Chaos on EXs by leaving them paralyzed. He's going straight for the Shaman, which I cannot say I blame him. Okay, so, I mean, that's problematic, but it's not like the end of the world. Now I have the... I think I'm just going to Sycamore here because, you know, I don't really necessarily want any of these cards. I mean, why not? We'll do it. We burned it anyways, who cares? I don't want to have to redraw into any of these cards. I don't want to redraw into more Sycamores. I mean, losing the VS Seeker, it's whatever. But I really just want this Mew here. That's all we're going to do. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of need to hope to do something. Because, I mean, I'm hoping he knocks out... I know it sounds stupid, but I hope he knocks out my Shaman. And he doesn't. He knows he's in control right now. Okay, we got a baby going nuts out there. I'm going to have to hit another Shaman here, guys. And as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to have to. Because, like, I need a max elixir so I can retreat this Shaman. And I need to hope to get a Glaceon off of this. Jolteon's not as important right now, to be honest with you guys. I just need to hope to hit a Glaceon and a max elixir, and we are good to go. Ha-bam! Now we gotta hope to hit the max elixir. Even if we don't, it's okay. I have the Float Stone. I'm thinking I should do that too. Yeah, I think I should just use the Float Stone. And then we're gonna use our Sycamore here, and we gotta get a Dimension Valley. There it is, and then we can use our Resistance Blizzard, and he cannot attack us with that Sceptile, and that will help us out a lot. Taking a knockout on the Snivy, blocking damage from that Sceptile, and we'll take a prize, another Mew, which we can attach this energy to and really help it out here. Help out the one on the bench rather. He's going to probably try to Sleep Poison. Like, if I were him, that's what I would do. Do we have our AZ in our discard here? No, we don't. We can always end, which is what I'm going to try to do. Sorry, guys, about the baby. He's being cranky today. Just ignore him. Alright, well, there's the sleep. We're going to end this turn anyways because, like, I really like our hand is constructed. It's not giving us any options, and I kind of need that escape rope unless I've already used it, which I don't think I have. Especially if he hits the flips he's going to hit. Oh, no, wait. Does it prevent all effects of attacks? Oh, nice. That is very, very nice. So that actually helps out quite a bit. So just to be sure that we don't take a lot of, like, excessive damage, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to end. Because, I mean, our hand right now isn't really helping us out. And it doesn't really have any outs in it. Like, should, like, I get something Lysandered, I don't have an out. Yes, I'm aware it'll be fewer cards. I'm okay. I still don't have an out, but I got the VS Seeker for more cards. What's nice is Mew has free retreat, So we're going to retreat into our other Mew. And then we're going to Resistance Blizzard. And that'll help. So, I mean, taking 10 damage at a time, it's going to be slow chips for him, and then we should be knocking him out in a couple turns. I mean, unless if he can get up his Snivy now and then get it up to being fully evolved. This is what I was worried about. The paralysis. It's not going to happen. Here comes a level ball. He might have another Snivy, which is problematic. Another problematic thing with this deck is damage output. I'm almost considering running Muscle Bands. Just get 2-hit knockouts instead of 3. So that way I can, like, I don't know, try to, you know, not let my opponent have a couple turns to figure his situation out. You know what I mean? He's probably going to retreat here. Makes sense. Is he going to coil or is he going to slashing strike? Now this is where we could be in some trouble because we don't have a way to determine or lock down what our opponent can and can't do. So he's going to coil, which is... Okay, well he's got the Muscle Band, so that's problematic. But at least we're going to take away his ability to slashing strike this turn. Because we're just going to straight up Flash Ray. Okay, so we're going to power up another Mew here. I don't want to dig too deep into my deck here, so I'm going to play N. Keep around that energy for later. Okay. We can escape rope, and what that can do is I can give my opponent in a disadvantaged situation. No, it really can't. Because there's really not many attacks we can copy right now. Well, we should do it anyways. Let's see what we can get. The only attack we can use is... We can do Second Bite, but that doesn't help. It might, if we can, like, hit that Sceptile. I think it's Sky Return might help, just to clear a spot off the bench. Let's try and Ice Beam it. Let's try and Ice Beam it. I mean, at least force him to get the evolution, which there's no doubt in my mind he has. He wouldn't have sent that up if he didn't. Right, he's just going to pick the one up and re-evolve it. Oh, he's just going to pick that up. Okay. Probably should have used. But then he would have just brought up his Sceptile and did the damage there. So this is an issue. There comes the coil. So now you can see where this deck kind of runs into problems because he has attackers he can switch back and forth between. So I don't really know how to handle the situation here, to be 100% honest with you guys. No special energy. Jirachi isn't going to help. I'm just going to discard my hand here. Probably shouldn't have done that because I'm not giving myself a lot of turns to win, to be honest with you, but I needed another Mew. I mean, we have an option here. I gotta use this, see if there's what's left in my deck. There's nothing. This is our last Mew, so hopefully he doesn't know that. And we can Crystal Ray. But he's just gonna simply retreat and attack with the Sceptile, and that basically leaves us dead. But unless he makes a misplay, I don't see where we can get going here. And he made a misplay. He made a very, very bad misplay. Let's see what we can hit. No. Okay, so because we have no energy left, that's going to be an issue. Even though there's tons of it left somewhere, it's all prized. The issue we're going to run into is, we could have AZ'd up our Mew and then put another energy down and then just, Resistance Blizzard or Flash Raid and basically won the game. Well, maybe not. He probably has another superior. But as it stands right now, we're going to lose. There's no way we can win this game. I'm just going to play it out. We'll just end our turn, but we basically know what we know. And that's we're going to deck out before we even get a chance to win the game. Yeah, hit heads on those scoop ups is definitely no good. Yeah, he's going to take the knockout here. So I guess at the end of the day, having that Sceptile actually is what let him win. Because, I had to prepare for too many different types of attackers. And, because you had the Evolution attacker, and then you had the EX attacker. So I couldn't use just one or the other between Flash Ray or Crystal Ray or something like that. I mean, he had his EX and his evolved Pokemon attacker. And that's really where this deck struggles against, is decks like that. But we're just going to attach this and end our turn. We'll let our opponent win. We're not going to take the easy way out. Alright, we're coming up on a really long video here. Okay, we're just gonna scoop it. I don't feel like playing these out. Alright guys, well thanks a lot for hanging out with us today. Again, I am The Quaking Punch. Please follow me on Twitter at The Quaking Punch. Also, twitch.tv at The Quaking Punch, so you get notifications whenever I go live. I'm going to start tweeting out. I've been a lot more active on my Twitter this last week. Really trying to use that to reach out, branch out. Also, I'm doing a giveaway, 200 follower subscriber giveaway. If you just go to my Twitter page, my pinned post, just